I help coaches and community owners that are currently making less than 3K a month cash collect at least 10K within 90 days using my strategies. I've generated 4K for my clients in the past 3 weeks only with launching this offer. If you want to know more about what I do, make sure to book a call down below and let's dive straight into the video. So this video is going to be about that you should mention the negative things before you mention the positive things. And this is pretty interesting, a new lesson that I recently just learned. So basically what this means is most people mention the positive things first and then the negatives. But if you look into the psychology of human, we only remember the last 30 seconds of a conversation. And if we end that with negativity, then that's not going to work, right? So we got to make sure we end with positivity and start with the negative things first and not the positive things first. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we first say, oh yeah, this car has a few scratches on the side, the windshield is kind of broken, the engine is a bit off, but it's only $250 a month. It has a lot of horsepower and it doesn't cost much to repair. Plus you don't pay for anything for 90 days. So it's 90 days for free and then you start paying the $250 a month. And now you remember the conversation as positive because I ended it in a positive way. If you make sure that you start in a negative way and switch it on to positive after that, that's going to work way better because people will remember the whole offer that you just made as a more positive thing. But if you mention positive first and then the negative, people remember the last 30 seconds of a conversation. So they will think, it was not really a good offer. I will think about this as a bad offer, like they will think about the negative things, and that's not what you want. So for instance, with a guy that coaches people on how to be consistent, he can like say, it's gonna take a fuck ton of time and it's gonna be super hard for you. But if you do stay consistent and if you do what I say, then you're gonna get a fuck ton of results, make a lot of money, and be the best version of yourself. And then also mention like the personal goals that they have, but make sure you mention the negative things first and then the positive things in order to make them remember the whole conversation, the whole offer in general as something positive rather than something negative. So that's basically the ideology behind mentioning negative things first and then switching on to the positive things. It's simply about framing the but in the right way. So this car has a lot of scratches on the side, but it only costs $250 a month and it has a lot of low horsepower, right? It's about framing it in the right way that your prospect or your hot lead or even your future client, whatever you borrow, it's just framing it in the right way to make sure that they remember the positive things about your offer. And this way, it's way easier to get them back on another call and then close them, or like close them on the first call because they remember, that they remember the thing that you said, oh, it's the positives, and they actually cannot think about the negatives anymore. But they cannot say that you have never said the negative things because you mentioned it. It's just that they will remember it less. And that's just powerful, man. That's a really powerful way to frame them in the right way, to think more positive about your whole offer. And that way, it's going to be way easier to close them, isn't it? If you want to know more about what I do, make sure to book a call down below and I'll see you in the next one, man. Adios.